Simons will sitting right next to Damian Lillard. Got the headset on. Damian, can you hear us? Brian Anderson and Reggie Miller.
I can hear you.
Man, always good to sit next to the red-hot Anthony Simons. Give us your thoughts on that little flurry.
I got his sweat all over my leg right now. I can feel it. But, I mean, that's for us to win these kind of games, you know, with all the injuries and stuff that we're dealing with. We need him to be aggressive. And right now he's doing what we need him to do, scoring, making plays, getting off the ball when he needs to. And he's playing the kind of game that we're going to need him to play to win a game against a good team.
Dame, is this fair to say, because I said this moments ago, it looks like he has taken bits and pieces of your game as well as McCollum's game and kind of fabricated that into his own. Is that a fair assessment?
I definitely think that's fair. Obviously, he's a super talented young player. But just coming into the league and having the first 4 years of his career, just coming in behind myself and CJ, you know, that's kind of where he learned the way. You know, he learned the ropes in the NBA. And, you know, me and him spent a lot of time in the summer together training with Phil Beckner. You know, and he's sharp. You know, he's really sharp. He's always paying attention. He's always, you know, asking questions. And he's the right type of person, the right type of mentality to put it all together the way he has, you know. So it's been fun to watch.
Dame, you are currently on the 5th youngest team in the association. Your pickup of Jeremy Grant. Now, obviously, you've played against him when he was in Denver and Detroit. Did you know that he was this good of a scorer when you were going against him?
I mean, I think this is a different role than he's been in on any other team. Obviously, in Denver, it was just a little bit more of just supporting cast, you know, not a huge role. OKC was the same thing. And in Detroit, he got to spread his wings, but it's tough, you know, when you're the main guy and teams are focused on taking you out. And I think since he's been here, it's been like the perfect balance for him. And I knew he was this type of player once we played on Team USA together, and I got to see him do his individual workouts and in the scrimmages at USA against the best players. I was like, oh, he really got game. And I was like, he'd be a perfect fit at the 4 for us, and he has been.
Gold medalist Jeremy Grant, and that's another corner hit. First Powell, then Covington. Damian, Chauncey Billups called you the highest paid assistant coach in the NBA. He talked about the codependency you two have with each other. He needs you, obviously. You need him as the head coach. But can you just talk about that relationship with Chauncey Billups, who, like yourself, has been a star in this league, kind of knows what you go through on a daily basis?
I mean, he's a player's coach. You know, we interact a lot, you know, whether it's about our team or what's happening during the game or what's happening just in life, you know, every day. We've got that type of relationship. And I think that he really trusts what I have to say, and I trust what he has to say. And, you know, I believe in what he has to say and vice versa. So, you know, he knows that I'm gonna have the right message for the team. It's going to come from the right place. And I feel the same way about him, so I think it just works perfectly, you know, just the dynamic that we have.
You know, he talked about you at length today at our meeting, and he didn't say one thing about your basketball ability on the floor. He talked a lot about your leadership, your desire to stay in Portland. That's been well chronicled, but there's something, talk about your character too, Damon, and I'm very interested to know as Covington fires one home here.
Okay, Rocco.
Give us just a sense of you wanting to be in Portland and wanting to attract free agents and make this a championship destination.
I mean, that's always what I've wanted. You know, I just got a deep desire to win a championship here. You know, it's been so much invested. This is my 11th season in Portland, and I feel like I've just grown so much. I've been through a lot of different stages. You know, when I was younger, playing with a team that I felt like could have become a championship team, and then we split, to having a younger team and us developing and becoming a Western Conference or getting a Western Conference appearance, and then us kind of falling into a rebuild where we struggled for a couple years but still managed to be in the playoffs. And I think now, you know, where the league has, you know, so much balance, we are getting into that stage of, you know, we got the perfect mix of young talent, some experienced vets, you know, where we can really compete. And I think we just got to keep putting it together. We on track for what we want to do.
Well, it's a perfect time to say goodbye. Your boys are coming to you.
Yes,
nice little run. Thank you, Damian. Appreciate your time.
Thank you,
Damian Lillard. Good insights from him. Blazers get on a little bit of a run here. They lead 37-33 after the Winslow Jam.